Hey, what up, fam? So, you bitches wanted to see a makeup tutorial for whatever fucking reason, like I have any clue what I'm doing. I really just got some like pro-ass tips from this awesome guy named Ron. Shout out to Ron, the Nashville Mac. I really don't even know if he's still there. That was like over a year ago. I hope he is. I hope he's still doing his thing because he's amazing. Yeah, so I just kind of take what he showed me and like adapted it to what works for me. But you bitches all curious and been asking about this for a long time, so I'm just gonna do it. So this week I actually lost my last contact, go figure. So I'm wearing my glasses until I can get to the eye doctor. It sucks balls. I mean, I like my glasses, but bitch can't see nothing. So I'm gonna have to take them off. So I'm gonna be holding shit up real close to my face. I mean, I ain't kidding when I say I'm like blind as a bat. Which I guess that analogy is bullshit, but whatever. Also, I'm not gonna do like the fancy schmancy like voiceover because this is my first ever YouTube video, obviously. And that's a bit too advanced for me. So, what you see, what you get. So, I'm gonna put my hair back with my little cat headband. Okay. So, let's get to it. Pop these off, even though I really can't fucking see what I'm doing. The first thing I do, a lot of people, I mean everybody like does their own thing, obviously. Oh, usually I would drink wine, but tonight I got my pumpkin beer because 'tis the season. Normally, what I see, like people will start off with their foundation first, and I don't like doing that. So I've already put moisturizer on. Normally the next thing I would do is put on like a primer or a CC cream. I prefer to use MAC's color correcting neutralizing cream, the CC cream, as a primer, but your bitch is out, so we just having to make do because that stuff ain't cheap. I'm sure you all know. But the first thing I do are my eyebrows, and that's just because they're gonna set the whole tone for the look. And like I said, I'm blind as fuck. I put my glasses back on so I can see what brush I'm getting. So I got my brush. It's the I'm gonna use the MAC 208 brush for this. It's upside down. I'm terrible at this. So yeah. Take the glasses back off now that I have my utensil in hand. And when I learned how to do this, I was using a pencil. Let me find it. I think I still have it. Yeah, I was using the MAC eyebrow pencil in Fling. This, but I don't know. Sometimes I still use that. What I really like to, what's the quickest in my opinion, is using an eyeshadow that matches like my natural color, or use an eyeshadow, like go crazy. Who cares? It's 2017. People be going crazy with that shit. So right now I'm just gonna do a color that's close to my natural eyebrow color. Alright. So really, I'm just lining. I told y'all I can't see anything. But really I'm just lining what's naturally there. Because my eyeshadows are, I mean not my eyeshadow, my eyebrows are really light. So if I don't color them in or fill them in or whatever, like you can't even see them. So OMG, like I didn't start doing this until like a couple years ago. So I went all those years with like almost non-existent eyebrows. Really though, like Lord help. So just filling it in. Yo. And I really just go with the like natural curvature. I don't know, I prefer for my eyebrows to look natural. I've gone crazy like once. I had red hair and did red eyeshadow as the filling color for my eyebrow, and I mean, I think it looked cool, but oh no, we from a small town, so this is awkward. And I'm really like OCD about symmetry, especially on my face, which is really funny because like I found out one of the times I had my septum pierced that I have like an asymmetrical nose, so when they pierce it, like it has to be crooked for it to look straight, like looking at me face to face or whatever. And I was just like, ugh, OMG. But I know that like your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, but I don't know, it bugs the shit out of me if my eyebrows do not match. So, and right now they don't look exactly like I want them to, but yeah, one's definitely thicker than the other. I'm gonna go back and fix that. Eyebrows done. And the next thing I would do, or I normally do, after that's done is shade underneath, like directly underneath my brow, or highlight, not shade, highlight under my brow. And it's just, again, something that, I mean, I see a lot of people do it, but it's something I was told. It's a quick way to highlight your brow, obviously, but also if you can't be like plucking your eyebrows every day or like going to get them waxed every day, it's a good trick to kind of cover that up. So, oh, and I just use, I'm almost out, I'll show you, and I'm using these, I have like these Younique palettes. I like using them. I like the colors. The pigments are really nice. You'll see, I use them a lot. Anyway, so, see, I don't know if, again, I'm not sure if I'm showing this correctly, but you'll see that I use these a lot. And this, this color right here, it's obvious that I use it the most. It's, again, the color I use to highlight my brow, and I've used it for accents and stuff like that. I need a new one. But, yeah, again, I have a lot of different palettes and colors, eyeshadows that I use. I have MAC and different ones, but these Younique palettes, the Moodstruck, are the ones that I would probably say I use the most. And again, it's just the color selection and the pigmentation is my favorites. But I'm just gonna highlight directly under and just kind of curve along. So that's your eyebrows. So now eyes. I do my eyes, like eyebrows and eyes, before doing my foundation. And that's just because it always looks nicer than if I do it the other way around. But also, when you have eyeshadow like flying everywhere, like before putting your foundation on, like you can just sweep it away, right? But if you have your foundation on, it's like, fuck, like you gotta pile up some makeup to cover it up or take your foundation off. Like it's a hot mess, y'all. Okay, for my eyeshadow look I'm doing today, I'm just going to do my like normal eyeshadow that I always do. It's kind of like my fallback eyeshadow that I always do, my normal look. So the first thing I always do is I use this NYX, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, this NYX HD base. It's a really good eyeshadow base, and that's just to ensure that everything, like, you have more like pigmentation sticking to your eyelids, and that it stays longer and it doesn't crease. I like having a good eyeshadow that does not crease, because gone are the days with all the creases. I remember, like, in high school, oh, it was the worst. I actually used to put lip gloss, like, on my eyelids to get eyeshadow to stay in place. One of the things I do, and I know like a lot of other people do, I start with like a light kind of base color. Man, okay. I'll start with like a light base color in my crease, and usually for that, let me find a brush. Y'all are catching me like on a good day where I just recently cleaned my brushes for like the first time in 10 years. Not really, but like it can be like months before like I'm like, oh yeah, I need to clean my brushes, and that's usually because they're so like caked full of shit that like I got like mystery shit going on my face. But just recently cleaned them. So, and then I have like just a couple of MAC brushes, like high-end shit, but for the most part I use these like cheap-ass unicorn brushes that I found on Amazon. They're like not my favorite because they're not as dense as I would like them to be. Like, they're soft, and I haven't had a problem with any of them like leaving bristle shit behind, but they're just not as dense as I would like them to be. But they're cute as fuck, aren't they? I like these. Again, not my favorite, but they like get the job done, so I'm not complaining. So for the base color, I'm going to use this one right here. Again, this is from the Younique Moodstruck Addiction Palette 3. I hope I was just pointing to the right one. I think I was. Anyway, load that shit on there like there's no tomorrow. And then get in that crease, bitch. Woo woo. So, yeah, I know, like, it seems a bit subtle for me, but we don't cake that shit on. But I like putting down like a nice, like, base, just base color. Because when we do a makeup, we don't want to see our natural shit. Please. Another sip. Alright, so I did the base of my crease, and now I'm going to use my MAC, I can't even read it because it's rubbed the fuck off, 239 SH brush, I guess that is. Yeah, I'm going to use this to do my like lid color, and that's just because, as you can tell, there's some dark color on there anyway. Like I said, I don't make it a normal habit of washing my brushes. I ain't got time for that shit. But my normal lid color that I do, again using that same palette, is this like purple color. I just really like the way it looks, and I've always been told that if you have brown eyes, purples look best with those or something. So it's just my, like, it's my basic white bitch color, okay? And look, I love this pigmentation. This is another reason why I use this color. That pigment is gorgeous. There we go. There's the purple. And then for like this area right here, which one did I not use earlier? I think I used that one earlier. I'm gonna use this color beside it. I just go with like a lighter purple. Slather that motherfucker up. Again, just light because I'm gonna come in with a little bit of black. You bitches said you wanted a tutorial, so I guess that's what I'm showing you. Normally I have like a liquid black eyeshadow that I use as like my eyeliner. I normally would use that for the like black dealio. I don't feel like breaking that shit out right now, so we're just gonna use this black eyeshadow here on the end. And I just line literally right over my eyelashes. And see, it's not like too much. See that shit? This is why you don't put on foundation first. Go in a little in the crease. Again, it's black, so you really don't need like a fuckload of it, otherwise you're gonna be looking like a goddamn raccoon. So people need to like chill out with that shit. And that's the eyeshadow portion of what I do. I'm just gonna do a little bit of waterline eyeliner and like dropping shit over here. Right now the eyeliner I'm using is the 16 Hour Infallible by L'Oreal. It's just the shit that I could find that I like the best right now from the drugstore. I'm not a huge fan of drugstore makeup. It just does not do well with like my shit that I have going on. I had to deal with it for like years and always looked a hot fucking mess. But again, bitch can't be ordering from MAC like all the fucking time. So I do what I got to do. But I'm just gonna line my waterline. And that's really it, other than no, there it is. That's really it, other than mascara for my eyes. Oh, no, actually it's not. I take that back. Before I do my mascara, one thing, like, again, for tutorial purposes that I like to use, the shit is just the best fucking shit I've ever bought in my life. But it's the, like, Trolls MAC pigment. Oh my god, y'all, this shit is amazing. I swear by this shit. course, I gotta watch out because my kids think it's like crafting glitter. This shit costs like $30. Okay, so using the same brush I used for my eyebrows and shit. Dip it in there. You like really don't want to use a whole bunch of this shit because it's holy fuck. But do the inner corner of my eyes. Last for my eyes, I'm going to do my mascara, and this is the MAC Instatacular Lash. I said that so fucking country. What? For the foundation, I have the Younique Mineral Touch in Scarlet, as well as the MAC Studio Fix in NC15. This, I've noticed recently has become a little bit too dark for me. Yet again, I've paled out of another foundation. Go figure, that's like the story of my life. For my foundation, I'm just using this cheap ass Moda oval brush because my MAC one broke. One thing I'm going to point out, if you're using the round brush, like if you're applying foundation, the brush method like I do, go down just in case, you know, you don't want any like swirly shit going on in your face. Because that shit can get weird. You'll look like a Tim Burton masterpiece. Except, like, maybe knockoff brand. Alright, this shit's just not bottom of the fucking container. It's not working for me. I'm gonna switch to the MAC foundation. I do like the Younique foundation. I just thought about this, like, I didn't switch because whatever, like, it's just, I obviously don't have very much of that left, and I think I have a little more of the MAC left than I do the Younique foundation, so that's really it. But between the two, I feel like the Younique foundation is a little smoother. Like the MAC foundation is like pretty thick, which, I mean, I'm all about. Like, it is a true like full fucking coverage. Like, you can almost like cover the fuck up your like credit history with that shit. Like, it's pretty full fucking coverage. But sometimes I feel like with full coverage you do get a little bit of a heavier feel, and I personally feel like you can do a lighter, it's a little lighter using the Younique foundation. And you always bring your fucking makeup down, like past this part of your face so you don't have a fucking line. Like full coverage, look at this shit. That's some full fucking coverage. Erasing my lips and shit. sorry about that. My battery died. So moving on, the next thing I do is I do a little light contour. I try not to go crazy with it. One, because like I got some chubby cheeks and it's hard to like do the whole like highlight the cheekbone kind of shit, because like look at this shit. I mean, what are you gonna do? Also, I've noticed that if I do too much, it makes all of my makeup look darker. So I don't do a lot, but if I do, I use the MAC bronzing powder in Refined Golden. I'm not going to show you the inside because it's all broken up and like shitty looking, because your girl will work with what she got. Okay, so the contour is done, or at least what I like to do. It looks a bit much, but then I come in with blush or rouge or whatever. If I can find it. There it is. And for this, I'm going to actually use another one of my MAC brushes, and it is rubbed off as well, so I can barely see it, but it's the MAC 130 brush, or 138. Nope, 138. Looks like a bit much, but then I just blend it in with a powder foundation, just again MAC, and it's the Light Plus. Again, it's just a pressed powder, and using another unicorn brush. I also use this to set the rest of my foundation. I had a setting powder, well I still do, but just like with the bronzing powder, it's pretty much just gone at this point. So that's all well and blended. So the last couple things I do, okay, normally I would just highlight all of my face with a simple highlighter. Well, not all of my face, I would highlight my cheekbones with just a simple highlighter. Right now I'm using the MAC Star Trek limited edition highlighter. You can see it's very well loved, and it's the Luna Luster color. But I'm only going to use that to highlight my nose, because I have something else to use for cheekbone highlight. Okay. I'm just going to highlight that. I know most people will come in and contour the sides of their nose, but again, that whole, like, sometimes I feel if I do that, it throws off the, like, symmetry of my face, and that annoys the shit out of me. Okay, so instead of using that highlighter for my cheekbones, I'm gonna go back to the Trolls and use that. It's a bit much, it's a lot of highlight, but you bitches wanted a tutorial, so there you go. This is essentially just putting straight up glitter on your face. Okay, and then last but not least, we've got lips. And again, I'm not going to do anything like super crazy. Just my simple, I forgot to show it. I forgot to mention what blush I used, and it was a MAC blush, but I can't remember what color. And then this is the MAC Diva lipstick. And I'm gonna do just a little more of the Trolls powder to add a little pop to the lip color. There you have it, the final look. Anyway, thank you bitches for encouraging me to do this. Now that the first one's out of the way, I think I'm ready to move on, and yeah, we'll go from there. So y'all please go ahead and subscribe and like this if you did in fact like it. Also comment, let me know how you feel about this. So until then, we'll catch you later.